Who's got it better than us?
Nobody.
Who's got it better than us?
Hi, I'm Bonnie Jo Laflin.
And I'm Melissa Jacobs.
And welcome to Four Downs. We have actually been on quite a hiatus between the Thursday night game, then the bye, then a Monday night game. We took a little hiatus for ourselves, and now we're back to talk about what everyone's talking about around the league, not just with the 49ers, but the quarterback situation in San Francisco. So, Melissa, what are you wearing?
Where am I wearing? I'm wearing my Alex Smith jersey for probably the last time.
Yeah. Should I have worn a Cap jersey?
Do they make Cap jerseys?
They do. Yeah, they do. At UNR, they have them.
Yeah, I know. They're going to be making them now. Yeah, I mean, I wanted
Let's
to
talk about that. Harbaugh has announced today. We kind of already knew, Melissa, what his choice was going to be, you know, with the hot hand that's what he always referenced to, the hot hand. But he did announce today that Kaepernick will be the starter for this week's game against the Rams. And I believe, I'm not going to speak for him, but it sounds like Cap is going to be the quarterback for the rest of the season.
Yeah, although he said something, I think a reporter asked him that, can we assume that that means Cap's going to be the starter? And he said, you can assume nothing and not read into anything. So,
yeah,
like crypto psychic, Harbaugh, psycho,
yeah, that's
babble.
total like Harbaugh. That's like, you know, right, straight out like Belichick when he won't tell you something, but we all know what it's going to be.
Yeah, but Harbaugh's form of non-communication is so much more entertaining than Belichick's.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. But I believe that you were probably, I know that on Twitter you were really upset about the first call that you know, Cap got it, that he was going to be starting. And my thing is, you know, I know you probably think that I would be totally on the Cap bandwagon, but that's not necessarily the case. I mean, I actually feel for, you know, Alex Smith. He had a tough journey, tough path to get where he's at. You know, finally likes the system he's playing in. He's doing well. His stats, his numbers all say he's doing well. The poor guy, all about timing, gets hurt, gets his concussion, and he can't even fight for his job. You know, he's benched, you know, and he couldn't even fight for his job. So that's the thing that kind of is a little unsettling for me. I feel bad, but I do understand how hot Kaepernick is. He's a guy that he can beat you with not only his legs, but his arms. He's, you know, they're looking for that deep threat. The guy can throw the deep ball, and Kaepernick has that. And I don't know. I mean, with the pocket, he's got great pocket presence. His, you know, he's got those really great, I don't know. He's got the kind of all-around quarterback situation, and for being so young, I think he's doing, you know, really well.
Yeah, I mean, back to Alex for a second, though. I mean, don't you feel like if he didn't happen to admit that he had blurry vision in that game, he'd still be starting if they didn't catch on?
Oh yeah, of course.
I mean,
look how well he was doing. You know, his complete and his quarterback rating. I mean, he was pretty stellar, and so for him to be able to now be on the bench, I mean, I feel so bad for the guy. You know, he's wearing a helmet, listening to the plays. He wants to be involved. He's actually been pretty good. You know, the statements he's made. He said something to the regard of, you know, if I wasn't going to support my other teammates, then maybe I should pick tennis or golf. He's like, but I'm a team player and I've got to support Cap.
That's nice. Yeah, and I appreciate how he's still being honest, though, and he's saying, you know, I think I haven't done anything to lose my job, and I want to be out there starting, no question. He hasn't sort of, like, decided to relegate himself.
At the same token, he's been pretty even-keeled and pretty nice about it, where, like, Troy Aikman even said at the last game, he's been pretty good. He's like, I would have maybe handled it a little differently. Not you're going to go crazy and, you know, attack Harbaugh, but, you know, he's been really, really good about it.
Yeah, and, you know, back to Cap, as you were just talking about all his assets, none of which I'm going to argue with, and I've sort of softened from, you know, the initial decision. However, my biggest concern is not Alex's, you know, pride. My biggest concern is that our schedule's pretty soft in terms of the secondaries we face. I mean, I don't know what happened in that Bears game, but that was not the normal Bears secondary. And then obviously the Saints, and you know, the biggest test we have coming up is Week 16 against Seattle, and they might not even have the two cornerbacks. So I'm just really concerned that Cap is not going to be tested at all, and we don't know his clutchness at all. And I don't want to nitpick.
Well, let's talk about. We want to talk about a little bit about clutch. And if you want to go back to UNR, I've been following this kid since UNR, and Boise State was undefeated at the time. And the overtime, and they ended up, that was the only loss that they had was against UNR. Cap he knows how to win clutch games. I know it's just college, but like, I believe he's like 10,000 in passing yards and 4,000 in rushing, and no other quarterback has done that. If you remember, also, Harbaugh traded up to get Cap.
Yeah.
Second round pick. So you can see that Harbaugh's kind of, like this kid, and now he's I guess it's the 49ers' best chance of winning is him, and it can't be just Harbaugh. You got to think about it. Greg Roman, he's got to be on the board with this as well.
Yeah, it's interesting. First of all, you're totally the UNR expert of the world, so I bow to you for that.
I just haven't following him, and I thought, he's a great story, and I've always liked him. You know this,
yeah.
But and I've really started to like Smith, so I do feel bad for him. It's he's not getting a fair shake, but at the same time, we do believe in Harbaugh, and that he makes the right choices.
Yeah, and that's, I guess in closing this segment, I wanted to talk about that because you kind of have this even-keeled thing going on. I know people, Niners Nation that we've had on the show before, Stefania Bell at ESPN, a lot of people, I keep asking everyone's opinion, and sort of the consensus is we think it's good, but mainly that we have faith in Harbaugh. It's all about the faith in Harbaugh.
See,
and
exactly.
I feel like if it 30 other coaches, maybe Belichick would be an exception, but 30 other coaches make this move and you're just, riding them to the ground and calling for them to be fired. But Harbaugh, it's all about faith in Harbaugh. So
yeah, because he's like that wise little Buddha.
Yeah, what he did last year, it was unbelievable. He took the same team and got them one Kyle Williams muff punt away from the Super Bowl. It was amazing. So I guess he has a lot of trust in him capital, and so I'll join all of you and trust in him as well.
Yeah, and he's a coach. He's one of those. He's a player's coach, and he's a quarterback, and he knows what's the best for the Niners. I think Niner fans do. I think primarily everyone feels bad for Smith because they know this poor guy, everything he's been through, but also the Niner fans, they want us to win, and that's what we're doing right now.
Yeah. All right. Well, hopefully the W's keep coming.
Yeah, so they play the Rams this weekend. We'll see what happens, and go Cap, go Niners, and I think it's pretty obvious that Smith will probably be traded next year.
Yeah, I agree. He'll probably be playing for Arizona, playing the Niners twice a year. That'll be fun.
My dad, he's going to end up being in our division. It's going to happen, and he's going to come to haunt us like every season. But you want the best for him. I don't want him to go somewhere and do bad. So you kind of want to pull for him. So that is what we think about here at Four Downs. I'm Bonnie Jill Laflin,
and I'm Melissa Jacobs.
And go Niners!
Go Niners!
Who's got it better than us?
Nobody!
Who's got it better than us?